new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
As we stepped into the crowded Paris Nord station, I could see a little anxiety on the kids' faces. Thousands of people, security checkpoints, departure boards, they seemed a little overwhelmed. So I smiled and said, "Don't worry. All we have to do is find platform 9 3/4 and we'll be on our way to London in no time." This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. We enjoyed one last relaxing evening in Paris before making our way to Paris Nord Station to catch the Eurostar to London. And I knew there would be security. What I didn't expect was just how much. Since Brexit, traveling from France into the UK has become a lot more involved. Now, thankfully, we had ahead of time completed our electronic travel authorization applications and gotten that approved before we even left the States. But there was still airport-style security to get into the area for the train traveling to the UK. And looking back, I think that's why I joked about platform 9 3/4. Sometimes as a parent, making everyone smile is just enough. Finally, we boarded the train. Amanda and I sat together as the kids sat across the aisle from us, and everyone except Amanda was on their iPads. Amanda had an actual work call to deal with on the train underneath the English Channel. An hour earlier, though, we had been surrounded by crowds and security lines, and now we're quietly riding underneath that body of water. Before long, we arrived in London, went through immigration, and before you know it, we're getting on board one of London's famous double-decker buses heading towards our apartment. This was the replacement flat that we had booked after learning while in Greece that our original London reservation had been canceled. Now, the apartment looked great until we realized it didn't have air conditioning. It was about 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius inside the apartment. And after getting settled, we found a small neighborhood pizza place just around the corner to get a hot meal in the cool air conditioning. Now, it wasn't famous, but after that long day of travel, it was exactly what we needed. And we were in no rush to get back to that very warm apartment. That night, we slept with the windows open, fans running, and just hoping no pigeons decided to fly in while we slept. As I reflected on that day, I realized something. Most of life isn't lived at the destination. It's lived between the destinations. We spend so much time and so much of our life looking toward the next promotion, the next vacation, the weekend, that sometimes we miss what God is doing while we're getting there. Nobody plans a vacation because they want to stand in long security lines or sleep in a hot apartment or carry heavy luggage or navigate public transportation. Yet those ordinary moments often become the stories that we remember the most. Kilimanjaro taught me that same lesson. Everyone remembers the summit morning. That's all they want to talk about. But it was the climb that changed you. It was those moments between when you left base camp to that summit, that's where life happens as well. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, "For everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven." God doesn't only work during life's mountaintop moments. Often, He does His greatest work during what feels like ordinary days. Great leaders don't only focus on the destination. They invest in the people beside them during the journey. Character grows in ordinary conversations, ordinary travel days, and ordinary moments. Don't underestimate what God may be doing during the in-between.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, dollar small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only. Not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
I wrote a little song to remind you. Choice Hotels get you more of the experiences you value. The Cambria Hotel's got it all. A rooftop bar, have a ball. Bring a date, your squad, or even your mom. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
Maybe for you today feels ordinary. Maybe you're simply waiting for what's next. But don't rush through this season. One day you may discover that the days between the destinations were part of the destination all along. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you were encouraged, like, comment, follow, leave a review, or share this episode with someone who needs the reminder that every part of the journey has a purpose. Tomorrow, we'll step inside a place where centuries of history still echo through its walls and discover that some of life's greatest lessons are guarded by the stories that came before us. Until then, keep climbing. Poly poly.